Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Amuse Jester. My name is Junior, and welcome, my fellow collectors. Welcome to the war. Yep, this is a war. This is the war for the 7-inch scaled action figure lines that includes McFarlane, Marvel Select, NECA, and Super7. I know they're from different action lines, but I feel like there's enough companies vying out there, going into war, going into competition for the greatest resource of them all, your money, right? So let's go over this and let's see what we've got for the 7-inch action figure line from 4 different companies. First off, we're going to start with McFarlane. I'm going to apologize right now. I tried to look for the card that went with this figure, but here is my stack of McFarlane cards. After 20 or 30 or so, I gave up. I just gave you a generic card. Basically, pretty much puts out the idea. He also comes with a rubberized chain that goes across the body. Again, I tried to look for it. I went through all my stacks and stacks and stacks of accessories. I couldn't find it. But aside from that missing one, the McFarlane figure comes with, this particular one comes with a flight stand. The generic DC stand, this is not the stand that comes with it. I just put it on in there. And like I said, a display base for your card. Right? Price, $29. I chose this particular figure because right now, part of what I feel about McFarlane is that a lot of important characters are being put behind the gold collector lines that I want to have, but I don't want to pay it because it's $29, and I feel like what we are getting from McFarlane is not worth the $29. Why? We're going to go through that in this video. This is the Marvel Select Captain America, which I had just done a review, also going for $29. Let's make it simple, right? $30, $30. But what you're getting with this figure is the strap that goes around his chest, the circular shield, the triangle shield, a World War II era styled uniform head, an unmasked head and the mask flopping around, the belt clip that you can remove to change his look, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra hands, including the one that he's got on. $30, $30. Okay? For NECA, I kind of did a disservice to NECA because I could have chosen Voltan from the Flash Gordon movie, which is a character that I have a great deal of nostalgia for. Superman is my most favorite character. Captain America is his kind of equivalent when it comes to the Marvel Universe. This guy Strongheart from the Dungeons and Dragons, I have no emotional connection to this guy at all. Okay, that's my disservice from choosing this character from NECA, because I could have chosen Voltan, which would have had the same kind of nostalgic emotion towards all 4, but I chose this guy. Okay, but he comes with a shield, a long sword, a war hammer, a short knife, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hands, including the 2 that he comes with. Finally, we come to Super7's G.I. Joe figure. Oh, by the way, NECA is going for $39.99 or $40, right? So now we go back to Super 7's G.I. Joe figure, going for $55. He comes with a backpack. He comes with 2 additional heads. He comes with 2 weapons. He comes with a pair of binoculars, a radio, a helmet, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hands, including the 2 he comes with. I'm not going to count the watch because that basically stays on the figure. Let's go back. $30, $30, $40, $55. Okay? We've gone through the accessories. Let's go through the figure itself. This is the McFarlane Superman figure. If you do not collect McFarlane figures, let me just say that this body, Buck, has been used several times before from other figures. So this is not a very unique Buck. I believe this has been used 2 or 3 times on different figures. Okay? The paint, it mostly is on the face. There's no washes on this one. Nothing. I'm sorry. And he does have figures that has good paint jobs. He's got figures that's got bad paint jobs. We're not going to go through which ones of those there are, but at least everything is painted in this one. This is supposed to be the Action Comic Superman figure, but it's not a good representation of it because this is incorrect. This should have straps going this way. This is correct in terms of the coloring. I'm not sure if this is correct where it's just a straight yellow or if it even has the yellow. This is a reuse again from a different line. So, and this one on the cuff, that's not supposed to be there. Okay. Plastic cape. Good. This is a very good face, I think. But I had to modify this by putting in glue, hot glue, to raise the head. Otherwise, you sit squat. I had to do that on all of this type of Superman. Here's another example. It's the Hush body. It's the Hush Superman. It's the same body, same everything. And I had to hot glue his face so it's right raised. Otherwise, his head just looks bad. Okay. Unfortunately, there's no accessories that goes with this one except for that chain, the rubberized chain. Like I said, I don't have it. I'm sorry. But it's basically a rubber chain that is not painted. Bare plastic. What is that stupid chain, man? Here's a flight stand that comes with it. This has been used on many other action figures. This is the same card stand all throughout. Again, I apologize. I'm using a different card just to present it. $30. Now let's go to Marvel Select. This was just released. This was released about last year. This is released this year. Okay. Here's Captain America from Marvel Select. The same scale, same price, $30. Now, this one, I do believe certain parts of him is probably reused from earlier Captain America. I do know the body, the chest is different. That's a new one because the earlier Captain Americas have all of the chains sculpted on this upper torso. So I believe, Not entirely sure, but there are some reuses of this one from previous parts. I don't have any of Marvel Select's previous Captain America because I did not want to get into Marvel Select because I already have Marvel Legends for that. I am more familiar with McFarlane figures and his constant use of the body, which I don't mind. Okay, I don't mind with Marvel Legends. I don't mind with DC Universe Classics. I'm just pointing that out as part of the review. He does come with all these accessories: one head, a cowl, another head of the World War II era. Notice that they both come with their own neck pegs. This neck peg can be separated. There's nothing different about these two neck pegs. They're completely interchangeable. Okay? The same neck peg. Nothing's different about them. And yet Marvel Select chose to give us a neck peg for both heads, where they could have just as easily have given us just one to save on the cost. It comes with that strap that you can remove. It comes with this belt loop, which you can remove. It comes with, I showed you the shield over there. Here's a triangular shield. It's got some nicks and damages, war damage and everything. This rotates. Okay, you can see the wash over there. Comes with 5 other hands, which does have a certain wash. $30. Okay, now we move on to NECA. NECA is $40. The figure comes with a warhammer, as you can see. There's the paint job. The paint job for NECA is exceptional. Every piece of this figure is painted. It's got washes. It's got battle damage. Looks like it almost looks like a real metal weapon. Silver, metallic, cloth cape. Now, I told you guys, I did a disservice for NECA because I could have pulled out Voltan, which has a portrait based on an actor. And I'm telling you right now, if I had brought that up, all these guys, McFarlane, Marvel Select, Super7, would have been blown out of the water. Okay, so I chose this guy, a generic cartoon-based Dungeons and Dragons that I have no connection whatsoever, and he has the best paint job out of all 4. $40. Exceptional work. Okay, if you're not familiar with NECA, this is what NECA's quality is like. Also, let me point out, out of 4 lines, I do not keep any of the boxes, any of the packaging. Out of all 4, the only one I keep is the ones from NECA. NECA, and I'm not a package kind of guy. I'm not a box kind of guy. I throw all my boxes. The only ones I probably keep are from Hot Toys and Bandai Solo Chugokin. That's worth $500, $900, right? The only other line that I collect, that I keep the boxes from, is NECA. Very collector friendly. Open it up. You have a box window. You can put back your figures again if you want to display. Inside the box has a little bit of diorama piece that you can put behind the figure if you want to. The print is excellent. This whole thing, packaging is done so well. They're kind of I can't even think of a line that matches NECA's quality. The one below it is probably, I would put Mattel with their Masters of the Universe Masterverse, but only by the effort that they do. The quality is NECA's top notch. The only one that maybe I would consider, but only because of the quality, is my Solo Chogokin DX line. But those are items that are worth $800-900. Okay, but the quality of work, same quality of work for a $40 figure. The only ones I keep. Let's go on to Super7's G.I. Joe, $55. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not worth $55. It is not. Let's look at the paint job. First off, what I'll say is the promotional pictures does not match what you're going to get in hand. All the other three, what you get from the picture, you will get in hand. Not this one. Okay? Paint job was done poorly in this one. This is actually the better of all the G.I. Joe Super 7 ones. Others are... The quality is just all over the place when it comes to this line. Okay? Now, this is based off of a cartoon. So you might say that's unfair, because one of the reasons why I like this line is because it is based off the cartoon very, very clearly. Okay? So it's kind of unfair for me to judge it, the simplicity of the paint job. But I'm just saying this is also a very simple paint job based off of a comic book. But I would say that McFarlane does a better job painting this face to this face. Now, this is based off of a 1936 cover page, or is it 1932? I can't remember. Action Comics. If I had the card, I would have known. I could tell you. But the thing that makes me disappointed about this portrait is that it does not match what was presented promotionally. Had a little bit more subtle changes and all that stuff. But this is what you get for your $55. And yes, it's kind of unfair to judge it because it's based off of a cartoon. But if you're going to do that, this is bare plastic. It's not painted. If you can easily portray what it looks like in a cartoon by painting it up, just what they did in the face. But they didn't do any of that stuff, right? It's bare plastic. It's almost an excuse to produce the item plain into bare plastic form because you're doing the cartoon version. That's almost an excuse, right? Hands are bare plastic, nothing, no paint whatsoever, ever. Okay, this is based off of a comic book, and they still do washes. I'm just saying, right? So why am I doing this video? Mostly it's because of this guy, because of this company, and this company. They're at both ends of the spectrum, right? This has a lot of accessories, but it's $55. It's also the shortest of all four, as you can see. The other three, they kind of match in terms of height. This one, is that really a 7-inch line? I don't know. It's kind of short, right? It's almost egregious to the fact that this company is charging us $55 for something like this. And it's all over the place in terms of quality control, right? And don't even talk to me about Snarf and the Thundercats. That's worth $55. And the guy's like this high. Greedy. But at this point, I did buy Snarf. I'm buying Wily Cat, but only because I had to finish the line. And I'm getting out of this company. I'm not gonna buy anything from this guys anymore. This, the GI Joe, if you see it on sale for 30 bucks, buy it. By all means, buy it. 30 bucks, this much stuff, unpainted, then it's worth it. Because then you're comparing it to this guy. Let's go back to this guy. $30, McFarlane, really? This is an iconic character, an iconic look. Now, McFarlane, I loved McFarlane figures when it was $19 because honestly, that's what this figure is worth. $19. Now, let me tell you what I just bought today. This is a McFarlane Classic Superman, $19. He's coming with 2 extra sets of hands. He's going to come with that card. He's going to come with that flight stand. $19. This is $30. $30. $19. Same company. Same reuse. Actually, the chest one, this one's basically new, but a lot of stuff is reused in this one. Why is this one $30? Just because you say it's gold collector. Okay? Here's another Superman that I got. I was lucky. I found it. The red Superman. It's a build a figure connect. Figure line. Okay? $24. I am willing to pay $24 for a Build-A-Figure wave. Got those electric thingies. It's got the circular stand. It's got a card. They always come with a card. And that's it. $24 for something like this? Okay, that's fine. You're asking me $40 for something like this? Yeah, right. Why am I saying $40? That's from the Anti-Monitor Build-A-Figure wave. It had a lot of characters that I wanted. It had the Spectre. It had Wally West Flash. It had Psycho Pirate. The Build-A-Figure was Anti-Monitor. And it had Old Superman. Now, McFarlane has a lot of faults at $19, which I tend to overlook. It's not scaled. The younger characters like Wally West, Robin, they're all overly scaled. They almost match the height of regular superheroes like Batman. Sometimes they're even taller than Batman. Right? It doesn't make sense. But you kind of, and the reuse, you kind of accept that stuff for $19, for $24 Build-A-Figure. But when you start going to $30 range, I'm saying no. I'm like, that's way too much. And I'm salty about it because he's got a lot of collector figures that is hiding behind these gold collectors prices. The Wonder Woman, classic Wonder Woman, I can't get it. Because I'm not gonna pay for it. I don't care. But $30, I'm buying it, but I buy it kind of pissed that I'm kind of suckered into it. I have to buy it because it's a first appearance Superman. And okay, I'll go ahead and buy it. But then Marvel Select comes with this figure, $30, with all this stuff. And that really, really just puts this down as a bad product. The value on this one sinks as you go through here. This is $40. And he has a lot of stuff. But what's killing this guy what's making this guy really freaking high on the value list is the amount of detail, the amount of work, the amount of quality that you're getting for your price. This is a good price for $30 for the stuff that you're getting. It's a good value. It really is. Bump it up by $10 but you're making all this work, like all that paint job, the packaging, and like I said, I don't care about packaging. I mostly throw it away, but NECA's packaging is just so damn good. I don't want to throw it away. I'm like, it's a waste for me to throw it away. $10 for this stuff, That's a good price. And they sometimes go on sale too and you can get it down for $30, $32, you know? That is a pretty good price. $54 for this one? Come on, man. Like I said, this time sometimes goes on sale for $30. Then it becomes equal to what Diamond Select does. This guy has 3 heads too, just like this guy. Okay. The number of accessories from Captain America, Marvel Selects Captain America, to Super 7's G.I. Joe, it's almost the same. Basically, what I would say is that the accessories that comes with this figure is perfect for what this figure needs. You can't need anything else. Same with the G.I. Joe Super 7. All the accessories it basically has all the accessories you'll ever need from Duke. The only thing it's missing is the jetpack, you know, to really create an ultimate Duke. But $55, it is not worth $55. Therefore, the value, according to the high price, goes down. So, for the war of your money, for the 7-inch line, I'm going to say this is bad. This is bad. This is good. This is a good value. This is a good value. I might even point out, say, that's a great value for the price that you're paying. You're getting a lot for your money. This one, you're not. If you had paid $19 for this figure and you got the same thing as you got, then I would have said it was a fair value. It's a, $19 for a 7-inch scale figure. That would have been a good value. Fair to good value. But not for $30. Okay? That's all I'm saying. McFarlane Figures, DC. Marvel Selects, Marvel. NECA, Dungeons and Dragons. Super 7, G.I. Joe Ultimates. I hope this video was kind of informative. If you don't collect the lines, you may disagree with me. You may agree with me. But I will say this too. Out of this line, out of this whole company, I was watching, I think his YouTube channel is called Plastic Toy Addicts. And he asked the question, if you were forced to only collect one line, which one would it be? And my answer was simple: DC. DC is my main, my only one. If I ever had to be forced to collect only one line, it will be DC. Out of all DC, Superman. Everything else, all characters, all Superman is the first one for me. I'm going to tell you that right now. And yet, this line, this company, the value that I get from this company's products had gotten so low that I had pretty much erased it from my radar on my collection. My passion for this line has gotten so low, this DC Multiverse, Todd McFarlane, that I actually was very, very surprised that I did not have this figure yet. That I did not pre-order this figure at all. It's a Superman figure. But for some reason, I didn't pre-order him because I thought he was a $30 gold collector. And I didn't really care if I had him or not. I was just passing by. I was looking for the red Superman, and this was just there, $19. So I picked him up. This is how this passionate I have become with McFarlane figures. Whether I get it or not, it's going to depend on the price. Is it $19 or is it $24 for the Build-A-Figure? Everything else is a no for me. $30 is a no for me. The only way I will get any more of the gold collectors if I get the bundle. Because if you get the bundle, then I believe usually instead of being $30, they go down to like $26, $25. And that's pushing it for me. I'm just gonna say it out loud. That's pushing it for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't pay for that. Marvel Select. It's a shame that Hasbro Marvel Legends pretty much completed what I want from the Marvel universe. But other than that, this is a great value for $30. NECA, I wish you have the DC license, guys. I really, really do, because I kind of want to know what you would be doing with this line. I know you did some DC and Superman, the Batman versus Alien, and all that stuff, but that's old, and it's okay. I have to admit, they were only okay. I feel like you can do better, but this is a character I know nothing about. I have no emotional connection about, and yet I'm just awed by the $40 and the quality, the value that you get. This one, God, I'm not even. This one, I stopped collecting this one at all. I'm not getting any of this unless it's like $29, $22. 34, nope. 35, nope. 30, below 30, yeah, I'll get it. So that's it. That is the conclusion to the war of the 7-inch line. You guys agree? You guys disagree? Are you still buying McFarlane figures for 30 bucks? I know. You guys are pretty much hostages at this point. You know, just like Todd McFarlane says, if you like it, buy it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Have a nice day.